Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to ask you to give a written response to what you have learned so far about manifest destiny or westward expansion. We started this unit with examining a photograph of manifest destiny, also known as American Progress, which is really its real title, and studying how a portrait was created, a painting was created of that time period, and showing how farmers and miners and American settlers moved westward, and how civilization really became more advanced as out in the West as we traveled westward from East Coast to West Coast. Um, you saw in various active learning, active classroom activities, how territories were added to the United States, whether by purchasing them or by making compromises regarding adding territories and whether or not slavery should be included. And we saw how Massachusetts uh, was part of Massachusetts during the 13 colony colonial period was made into Maine, the state of Maine, as a result of the Missouri Compromise. You looked at the purchase of Florida in the Adams-Onis Treaty, and the acquisition of Texas as a result of the war with Mexico during James Polk's presidential administration. And you also looked at how we acquired the Gadsden Purchase and the Oregon Territory. And likewise, along with all the acquisitions of property, you saw that communication by way of a telegraph. And you see in the Manifest Destiny painting from last Thursday, you see kind of that floating angel holding a cable in her hand, which really actually represented the telegraph that was going to follow behind all of the settlers that were moving westward. Likewise, the railroad, one of the newest forms of transportation during that time. And of course, another example of technology, new technology that was created for settlers moving west, was depicted in the section of the farmers that were plowing up land using a John Deere steel plow, which could cut through the very, very hard concrete-like soil that existed in the Great Plains. And so we see all of these changes happening in our country, expanding westward, and the idea that it's really our destiny, the destiny of this country that was founded, that we acquire all the land between the Atlantic coast and the Pacific coast, that it was God's will that we actually acquire this land. We were destined to create the United States of America. And you were able to give your opinions, your viewpoints from various perspectives, from the American Indian and how they felt about settlers coming onto the land, how Mexicans felt when they lost control of Texas and had to give that land, or lost that land and all of the Southwest really, to the United States after the war with Mexico. And you also gave your opinion or your perspective from that of an American settler, and what it was like um, being able to see the vast wastelands of the West and all it had to offer. And I read through your comments and the discussions, and I was really, really pleased to see all that you had contributed, and the opinions that you had regarding each one of those people and how they may have felt during this time period. So what I would like you to do is to answer a prompt on a piece of paper of your choosing. Lined paper will probably be best. You have to write your first and last name, as well as today's date. on the top of the paper. And this is a writing prompt that insists that you actually do everything in hand. Okay, you handwrite it just like your vocabulary, which should be written in hand, not typed. So you use the writing prompt on the next slide to complete this assignment, the social studies writing assignment. And I know you had something similar in science. There is no right or wrong answer to any of this. So please understand that there's no right or wrong answer. And when you are finished writing your prompt to the best of your ability, you submit it. You take a picture of it and you submit it just like you do your vocabulary in the assignment portion that follows this writing prompt. And once again, I can't emphasize enough, this needs to be done in your own handwriting, no exceptions whatsoever. And do your best to use your best writing skills. Spelling doesn't count, of course, or anything like that, but do your best to spell correctly if at all possible. And really, I'm only looking for about a paragraph. If you choose to write more than that, by all means do so. But if you could write just a good paragraph, that would be fine. So here is the prompt. We have been studying recently about manifest destiny and westward expansion. Pretend you are moving westward. Tell me what you see and experience on your journey. Think about the animals, scenery, rivers, people, how you get food and ways that you travel. Is it easy or hard? And why? Explain why. Use your best handwriting and writing skills, as I said earlier. Spell to the best of your ability. And to repeat, if you can write about a paragraph, that's fantastic. If you choose to write more than that, by all means do so. Have fun with it and good luck.